So we're going to do the quantum numbers for that electron right there. Is that right? Okay. So what are our symbols? What are the symbols for the quantum numbers? N is the first quantum number. L is the second quantum number. M sub L. M sub S. Okay. So you guys over there that are like chatting, so y'all don't need this stuff at all? Okay? At least be respectful enough of other people to not distract them, okay? Alright, so what primary N tells you what primary level the electron's in. What primary level is the electron in? 4. So N is going to be 4. L tells you what? Which sublevel it's in. And the sublevel is P. And what I've told you is that sublevels S are always 0. Sublevels P are always 1. Sublevels D are always 2. And we don't have an F up here, but sublevels F are always 3. Okay? So for our sublevel for P then is the number 1. Okay? Alright, what does M sub L tell you? Okay, in which of the orbitals the electron is located. Now, I've said in class that it's a little bit of a stretch to do it the way we do it. The way we do it in here, we do it for simplicity at this point in time in your chemistry career. So for us, at this time, we're going to say that the middle orbital is always 0. Okay, and you go to the left by counting down in whole numbers, and go to the right by counting up in whole numbers. Okay, so if this orbital is 0, then this must be -1. So the orbital number here is a -1. Okay, M sub S tells you what about the electron? The spin. And so since this electron has a down spin, this is a -1/2. Okay? Yes. Because S only has one orbital. The middle one has to be 0. Well, if it's only got one orbital, that's 0. Yep. Always. Always start in the middle. Yep. Okay, so these are quantum numbers. Okay? All right. So I don't know whose hand went up first. After midterm, all the grades start over for the second quarter. Yes. So you start with, well, it's not really either one. You have nothing for the second term. So what's going to happen is, what's going to happen to you as far as your overall grade for this semester is the first quarter, so quarter 1, okay, is going to be worth 45% of your grade. Okay? And then quarter 2 is worth 45% of your grade. Okay? And then your final exam is worth 10% of your grade. And that's how you get your final grade. No, midterm, since there is no, this is defined by the district unless there is a state-mandated end-of-course test. State-mandated end-of-course test says the final exam has to be 20%. Chemistry doesn't have a state-mandated end-of-course test, so it's, by district policy, it's 10% of your grade. Okay? but since we don't have anything in the district's policy for midterms, midterms are kind of up to the department and to individual teachers. What I do is I count your midterm like 2 test grades. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah. Very good. What?
Number 73.
Change the end of the name to IDE. That's it. Monoatomic ions are the name of the element with an IDE ending. Okay? So chlorine loses an electron, it becomes a chloride. Sulfur loses 2 electrons, it becomes a sulfide. Yeah, I think Stu Baby's hand was up before yours, and then I'll come to you, Misha. Can we stick with chemistry? Okay? Misha actually sent me an email last night about that, and I still have to get the price for her, okay? Since we're only going to have 13 shirts, if I can get them at all, I'm going to find out how much that's going to cost. Yes?
The Roman numeral 36 kV tells that, well, F32 that follows the name of the metal element tells you the charge of the metal?
That's correct. The Roman numeral after the name of a metal and a compound name, or really anything, tells you the charge on that metal. So that goes back to our naming of technetium-7 earlier. Okay? We had, well, the question was about technetium-7 or what? No, we had to name it. That's what it was. Okay, so we had a formula here we were given right here, and we had to name this technetium-7 because it has a 7 plus charge.
Can you do the compound for 74?
Name this compound. Fun stuff. Did I draw it correctly? Okay. All right. 4 carbons. Good. All right. Because there's no carbon here. There's an oxygen. Okay? So the only carbons here are the places where we don't write an element, basically. These are the bonds between carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons. What's the prefix for 4 carbons? Pent. What? Tetra. Tetra? Bute. Organic naming rules. Meth, eth, pro, bute, pent, hex, hep, hot, non, dec. Yeah. No. Okay, all right. All right, that's enough. Thank you. All right. I know. So this is bute. All right. All right. So the suffix then for all single bonds is what? Ane. Okay. And then on the back of that suffix, we have to have a suffix for the alcohol groups. All right. Now the alcohol groups, it doesn't really matter in this case which end we number from, because if I number from this end, we get the same set of numbers as if I number from the other end. Okay? Either way, one way doesn't give you a smaller number than the other. Anyway, either way you do it, the alcohol groups are on 1 and 4. Okay? So this is butane, 1, 4. What are we going to name the last suffix? Not just all. Got 2 alcohols. Diol. Okay? Butane 1,4-diol. In this class, that's the way we're going to name it, okay? Now, again, we're trying to simplify the naming system in here just a little bit. And when you get to college chemistry, you'll find out that it is really more appropriate in this particular case. Well, actually, I don't know. This one, those maybe go out, those probably go out, yeah, because it's butane. Those will actually go out in front in college chemistry, okay? But don't worry about it. For this class at this time, I want to keep the numbers right in front of the functional group that they apply to, okay?